Item number 7, consider approval of 2017 tax rate for motor vehicles and watercraft, and that will also remain the same as it was
Motion.
1.1
There you go, 10.9.
10.9 on that, Chad.
Who had the motion on that?
I didn't.
Second.
Don't know.
Mr. Bash?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop? Yes. Mr. Etter?
Yes.
Mr. Quill?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Item number 8, consider approval of Air Board 2016 tax rate for real property, and that is 1.10.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Etter?
Yes.
Mr. Bash?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Quill?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop? Yes. Unanimous.
Item number 9, consider approval of Air Board 2017 tax rate for motor vehicle and watercraft. Again, that is 1.10 also.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Quill?
Yes.
Mr. Bash?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Etter?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Reports, Tommy, you got anything?
Bill, we rented that tractor last week. We did finish up home yesterday, so it was 5.5 days, so it's just $550 to borrow your tractor. Trying to get the spraying done before it grows back, because it's growing so fast. Hopefully we'll get that done by the middle of next week. Need to make some cold mix again, like we generally do. About a tanker full, which will run about 15,000. So I'm just state contract.
You need a motion on that?
We usually do it.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you, next.
Mr. Bash?
Yes.
Mr. Quill?
Yes.
Mr. Etter?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Unanimous.
And I'd like to ask the court to hire Michael McCauley, 175 Spring Hamilton Road for sanitation.
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Bash?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Quill?
Yes.
Mr. Etter?
Yes.
Yes.
We've just been fixing small flood damage, and we've about finished Sam Brown enough for it. Rain is completely out, we're pretty much done out there.
I don't know if you've been through there, but
Sure does.
amazing
Yeah,
from a safety standpoint what it's done out there. So
looks a lot better.
We just got in, fixing half the rain, that's where we want to go.
I know, I was going to say just now.
You don't know what you're going to get from one day to the next.
Yeah.
Right now, it doesn't seem like.
Right now, you're pretty sure you're gonna get some rain. Just how much is the question?
one day,
Don't want too much, it's usually bag it on it. That's all I have, I'm sorry.
could you,
No.
I'm going to text you, I make sure they got Bill Chapman Road out there, that one little section, on the mowing on the side of that Bill Chapman Road. So I'll check that and shoot you a text. Okay, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tommy. Keith?
Yes, I have a couple of extra things. Sharon Browning was requested to attend the E911 conference at the Crown Plaza, Louisville, and it'll be on September 7th, 8th, and 9th. And I think there's a registration fee in a couple of nights at the hotel down there. So she's right. I'd like approval for that.
Motion.
Second.
Yes.
Mr. Etter?
Yes.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Mash?
Yes.
Mr. Quill?
Yes.
Hey, Keith, do we have a Harold Elder Drive listed?
Sorry, I didn't hear.
Harold Elder, a little road in St. Mary's. There's 3 houses on it. Okay. There's no sign about that.
Yeah, it is a Harold Elder
Yeah.
County Circle.
Yeah, just a loop.
I have three little things. We advertised for 2 weeks for recycling bumpers, the preparation of the building, recycling bumpers for the recycling grant. And these bunkers are what they are. They're really big storage containers that are going to be used in the new recycling center once it's city needs building bills. There's 30 of them. And, I advertised it for 2 weeks, and I've got these bids, if we can consider them bids. First bid was submitted by McNutt Construction in Elizabethtown. McNutt Construction bids $4,000 each. 30 containers, $4,000 each.
There's 30 of them?
30 of them. $120,000.
Thank you for that.
Okay. No problem. Second bid we've got is from Barron Enterprises. I think they're over around McKee, Kentucky. They have done some of these in the past for other recycling centers. I contacted them and they bid. Barron Enterprises, he bid $1,368 each.
Same bunkers?
Same, yeah, Matt, here you go.
Yeah, well, that's okay, but it's the same bunkers.
Same bunkers.
That's the question I had.
Yeah.
Same specs and everything,
Just one
same
thing, did
material.
McNutt, were they the general contractor on this building?
I've heard that name.
Yeah.
Yeah, McNutt was a general contractor and Codell was the construction management firm.
Never mind, just leave it where it is.
So that's excellent memory there, Master Masterson.
The
Stuck
third
in my
bid
mind.
we received was from Protect Metal Fabrication out on Metz Drive, Lebanon. And their bid was $1,150 each.
Awesome.
for those containers.
You got some more bids? Getting better all the time.
So those are the 3 bids?
There's 4 bids.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The fourth bid was submitted by Bell Machine. We just moved up to the Lebanon Power Building. And Bell Machine Shop submitted a bid of $1,475 each.
He might have called you. We had one question. It might not, it's probably too late in the bid process, but were they gonna be stackable so, or, you know?
That's not a big issue. They can be made stackable. They're also probably going to be painted
Okay,
as part of the contract.
because I know with that
They
many,
were actually, even though it didn't list in the initial contract, we used specifications from other recycling centers
So
to
that
show
they-
that they were stackable.
okay,
Yeah, so they will recycle.
that's good, because that many of them, okay.
How big are they?
Pardon?
How-
What are the dimensions?
I'm looking at that picture. They don't
What are
look
the
really big
dimensions?
to me.
They are, let me get that to you. They are 6 foot, 72 inches wide, 72 inches long, and 64 inches tall. 6 by 6 by 64 inches.
This is
That ain't
payable
real
through
big,
that
that's-
grant?
Pardon?
This is payable through,
100% out of the grant.
Right here, is this the ones right here?
No, I'll tell you about that.
Okay,
Thursday.
all right. Time out. Let me
Anyhow,
slow down.
are you looking for a motion on this, or
Protect was the lowest.
Lowest bid, okay.
what would you recommend, Mr.?
Protect.
Okay. Motion to approve on the advisory of Mr. Brock?
Yes.
Protect?
Sir Brock.
Mr. Elder,
Yes.
Mr. Bishop,
yes.
Mr. Mason,
Yes.
Mr. Wicker.
Yes.
Mr. Wood,
Yes.
and then
The third thing I have is I included some photographs in your own packet. I was contacted about a week ago from the Division of Waste Management, Frankfurt, saying that there was a recycling consortium that went out of business in Paducah. The reason they went out of business is that the waste haulers that services the city of Paducah agreed to have curbside recycling in the waste pickup. So they didn't really need the equipment and stuff that they had purchased with a grant back in '07. And they had some items that had been taken down by a contractor and stored in a pod down in Paducah. And they had contacted the state because it was grant monies, wondering if anybody would be interested in these. What it amounted to was, this is a mezzanine, a 40-foot conveyor with mezzanine elevated, where you can put inmate labor up there, you can sort recyclables, throw them in these storage bunkers down below, and you take them and put them in the baler. The total cost of construction in 2007 for this material that was stored in this pod was $100,000. I contacted them, and they said, you can have it, if you're willing to come and get it. And you can also have the pod.
Dang.
So we get a 40-foot pod with all this equipment free, and the city of Lebanon has agreed to contract with Lebanon Machine Shop and take their big roll off down there. They They got a 50-some foot roll off. They're gonna go to Paducah next Thursday. We set it up for next Thursday. They're gonna drive down there, they're gonna pull that pod up and bring it back up to the recycling center. We got it for free.
Awesome.
So
Great job.
$229,000 grant now is about $330,000.
It's even better.
Yes, it is.
And,
That's all I have.
and,
Thank you.
I was gonna say, did you ask them, would they pay us to take it?
yeah, that was also very nice of the city to work with us and take care of the
Yeah.
transportation,
Well, and
so.
I assume that they're gonna, we've always done a 50-50 split, and they haven't said different, but I assume that because we got it for $100,000 free, that they were gonna pick up the cost, but I will work that out. That's not set in concrete, but it wouldn't be a whole lot to go down there and get it.
We'll,
It's kind of a no-brainer.
we'll leave that up to your capable hands, Mr. Rock, yes. Keep the good work up. Just come back and see us again. When 100% paid, that's what we
Thank
like.
you,
so.
Thanks, Keith.
Sir,
Bring money when it comes.
there you go.
Got anything for the jail?
Robert Brady put a 40-year-old package. Still seeing great need for special needs housing with our inmates and our workforce. We are struggling to retain our employees. That's the biggest thing I'm looking at all here. It's becoming moving around inmates from one portion of jail to another. I've moved 8 program bed inmates out, which was going to cost us $2,039 a week to do that, just to be able to house some special needs. Looks like we'll probably have to move into a 12-man unit instead of the 8-man unit, probably today or tomorrow, to address some of those needs.
So, we've discussed this with Jailer Brady. What's, since you're here and we got you in the spotlight, what's your, solution or thought to a solution to resolve that?
Well, it's looking like right now that our SAP population, the substance abuse program, is 128 beds. Out of those beds, there is a 12-bed area that is 6 isolation rooms. So we can eliminate some of those beds, and then that will in turn have us some more special need housing. I'm still working on picking up some program money for the stateside restricted custody inmates. So I mean, hopefully we can pick up some of that lost revenue there, or our federal contract. Do away with federals. That's kind of where we're looking at.
Of course, we do away with federals, then we're talking about, very,
A lot of money there.
yeah, talking about a large revenue loss.
The,
Probably about 300,000 to $500,000.
I know you all. Use program, that's going to be 40, 34 days, about 12 beds. That's what you lose there. And, most of them are going to be county inmates. That's going to be housed in that area, Washington, Marion. You may have an alternative sentence here or there that state will provide some money for, but right now those beds are getting paid 40, 34 a day.
I'd mentioned to Jailer Brady, and I hadn't heard back, but, I think it would be worth the, at least to look at it because I don't see the county intake or control dropping any at all, if not increasing. Okay? And it's something that we should do. I mean, I support that fully because if they break the law, they need to go to jail. That's the bottom line. But I still think it might be viable for the jailer to look at, because we have the space down there, of constructing a weekend facility basically, or some type of structure, a simple structure, similar to the training area with, each side, men and women's side, even a bunker, because I've seen other facilities and I've looked it up. Other facilities have much like an Army cot type application, okay? But to look at that cost of construction compared to the loss of revenue that we're suffering through the other side here, okay? And see where that pans out. It might be, just looking at the numbers, it might be a 2-year justification, I don't know, it might be a 10-year, who knows? But that's something I think that he really ought to look at.
Is there something we're not seeing on that? Because, we talked about this, and like you, he's never come back on that. I'm just wondering if there's something that we're not seeing.
The isolation needs, the special housing is what's causing us the most trouble that we have. We have 5 approved isolation cells in the facility. Detox protocols with the Prison Rape Elimination Act, the federal mandates that we have. Sometimes we have to house people by themselves, and you have to have them in an area to where they can be monitored under 24-hour supervision, 20-minute checks.
That's correct.
And that's, that is our, like I say, you can look at our count, and our count is down throughout the large portions of the jail. It's where we are hitting in the interior part that is our, I say special needs. It's all of those special needs, the high-risk intake that we have, or the detox protocol, or the females that we have that have to be isolated. It's isolation. It's those needs there that we're really looking at that's a priority right now.
That's correct, and I'm with Masterson. I think we asked that question, and I'm like, we've never heard back, so I didn't know if it was because it makes no sense at all, or because I'm not sure, but I would be curious to know, because
Would it have to be built with state
I
specifications?
think he originally said that it was, there's mandates you had to follow, and it was very pricey to do that, so I don't, yeah.
He talked about some of the regulations, stipulations on it, but
Yeah.
still, I'd like
No.
to see some numbers.
Yeah, I agree with Masterson. I'd like to see, I'd like to at least look at the numbers and see see some factual data as far as the numbers go, because the bottom line is that it's not going, so we have to make a decision. This court has to make a decision from as well as the jailer, from a financial situation here. Okay, what do we do? What move do we make? Do we do, as you said, do we move away from federal inmates? That's tough, because that's a very good revenue generator, okay? That helps offset the cost of the other facilities and programs, okay? Or what do we do? So that's something we have to look at, because we're going to have to make some tough decisions, but we're going to need that data, okay? And if the data pans out, then that's fine, but one way or another, it's got to happen. And again, I do not see the county intake or the special needs issue diminishing. I see it, if anything, increasing.
I'm with you on that,
And
with the drug
again,
problems and all.
I think this court, correct if I'm wrong, but I think this court, and Judge, I think we all agree that that's an issue that we're willing to bear, because again, whether it be drugs, whether it be spouse abuse, whether it be whatever situation it is, whether it be our county sheriff's department or our local PD, they have a job to do, as well as our county attorney, and we support that. Would you agree? So my point is that this has been going on for about a month or so, or it's been a couple of months as far as we're concerned, but I think it's an issue that we better address before we look up, and then we're all sitting in a bad position, okay? And we don't want to make decisions on a hasty basis.
That's right, that's right. And there's a couple articles, national articles, that you have attached to those packets, and it's kind of laying out some of those same things. It's not just Kentucky, it's not just Marion County. I mean, it's on a national arena that people are experiencing these issues as well. And, it's what I look at, it's the mandates and all the stipulations that it goes into housing a high-risk inmate. And it's tough. And I think that is some of our reasons of losing or not being able to retain some of our staff as well.
Well, and that's what I know in other states, they have actually built these, they're low-cost structures is what they are. They remind me of the training facility, for example. They're low-cost structures. They're a bunk-type application. They have 24-hour surveillance, so forth, or care, per se. So I'm wondering if they're doing it, then maybe I just at least look at it for us. And the other side, as you heard in the news, Grant County, for example, they're shutting their jail down, their detention center down. So because of the overall operational cost as well as the cost to maintain it and so forth. So they're basically getting out of the detention center business. And part of that is due to the fact that I think that there were a lot of issues that were maybe pushed aside and really not addressed in an appropriate manner. And my point is, I don't want, sitting here as magistrate, I don't want this court or the judge to look up a year from now and all of a sudden we've got this big elephant on our back and we got to make some haste decisions. So if you could send that back to the jailer, I'd appreciate it.
I was reading in some of those articles, I mean, we need to, I mean, there are things we need to really look at our facility and kind of address for today's needs.
Well, and we have
Been a never-ending issue, you know,
That's
not complaining, it is what it is. But Judge, you was here for 8 years, and you know, the programs, we keep doing programs, we keep doing this, we never get caught up with it.
Yeah.
Everything changes, you gotta change with it, I understand that. But we need to make the changes as physically responsible as possible.
And so, you know, and we're looking at a lot of expenditures, potential high dollar expenditures. For example, like the body scanners, for example, is, you know, I've spoke to 4 or 5 different jailers in the state in the last couple of weeks, and they all have that same issue, okay? And they all support it, and I understand. But we've got several issues we have to address, high dollar issues that we've got to address, and we need to have that information to put them in a priority, okay? So that we can address them as we need be.
I think you see it, I think Jared Brady put out there that he opens up to an independent auditor of the jail to come in and take a look and kind of lay that plan out of what needs to happen. You know, I mean, I would think that would be something to look at as well. So come in and look at our facility and put down what their professional opinion would be.
Last question. You think you'll ever come back to a court meeting since, you know, we sat here?
I enjoy it. I do. Yeah, like I said, I mean, and like I said, the programs, it's just, it's changing just like your, every year your automobiles change.
Well, the needs change,
The
so.
needs change. I mean, addiction is rampant, especially in our area.
I talked to Eddie Rogers, the county judge over in Taylor County, and they're having the same problems. I mean, overcrowded and expenses going up. You know, it's like our insurance will be renewed in January. I think that could be another issue we're going to have, so we've got to.
It's just the contraband that comes in, it can only go so far with that. I mean, I just don't want to see a lawsuit coming across the county of us sitting around and allowing somebody to maybe lose their life while they're something I want to try to stay in.
You know, going back to the programs and the expense of those, and I'm still involved, I guess, when it comes to community corrections meetings, that they have updated the kind of the programs we stand, and the judges are there, all the attorneys there, folks that are involved in the sentencing and the diversion programs are there. The original concept of putting the program is in, they're expensive. They're going to keep it cool, and then we're going to compensate for the value, and that House Bill 46 is supposed to share the savings with Don Thompson and Johnny Ballard and everybody there, except for Commissioner Brown. At that time said, y'all qualified. Went on for 18 months to 2 years, tabulated all it, and they're still keeping track. Who's in that, Brad? $2 billion savings to the state of Kentucky.
That's correct.
State reduced sentence time. You know, that was supposed to be at least 25% reimbursement. It's $500,000 that all been put back in, which y'all paid some significant contribution. That needs to be revisited, particularly with the fiscal situation of the state now versus where they were back during this time. Your Senator and Representative Mills, the new Justice Secretary, author of that bill, ought to be sent to death.
Well, and I agree, Judge. That's a tremendous point, because you're exactly right. When House Bill, when that was passed, that was part of the sugar that they passed on the bill, was that Yeah, the little carrot, little sugar, they were going to
If we
come
do
back
this-
to the counties or the communities such as ourselves that stepped up and worked with them, and we were going to share in that savings.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
See no money.
Mr. Cochran, have you seen that check come in the mail yet? I guess it's in the
You
mail.
ever see that
okay.
movie, If You Build It, They Will Come?
Yeah.
We built it and they didn't come.
But I think that's a valid point. Yeah. Right. And Judge,
I see it as being about a $2 million revenue that we have by programs. That's, if you want to put it down there, that's $2 million that we're looking at, of revenue on programs. I think it pays well for the county to have it, to pay for their counselors, to help people that are there to become better.
Oh, yeah.
People want to get out.
Yeah, we're just looking for that
We just
sugar
want,
from
we
the
just want the
state,
state to help us for helping them.
man. We just want them to keep their word. I think's what it is.
That's state money. That's $2 million.
Yeah, that's right. So Judge, if you could reach out to our
Well,
fine
the
senator.
governor was here himself, so I think he's aware of what we're doing. So he did come down a few weeks ago there, and the last stop was the jail, and it was very impressive.
Did he leave a check?
He didn't leave a check.
Oh,
but-
okay, I just thought I'd ask.
We have probably one of the best jails in the state. So, the way, the programs we have in place there, so, it's just, every day something different, and it's, tough to stay on top of it, so.
Y'all had a few situations y'all had to work through the last couple of weeks, but kudos to
Yeah, that's
all of
right.
you all and your staff and Lisa and,
Guys did a great
A lot
job.
different you had to handle, so.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I mean, there's mental health and things like that that's going on. You just never know what's gonna come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are the things that get done and nobody hears about, but thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
Good deal.
Thank you. Come back and see us.
Appreciate
Thank you, sir.
Get notes for our good friend Jailer Brady, all right?
Robbie?
All right, the report you guys have printed this month of July, we ran 237 calls. January 1 to July was 1,632. And then the next page that I know Manager Quicker and I would like to look at is age of patients for the month.
Yeah, makes me a little nervous, actually.
Everything else is running fine, that's all I have to say.
You know, I came up through there the other day and I noticed that, I don't know if it recently happened or what, but the gutter on that backside is bent.
Me and Sammy already talked about it. It's in,
Oh, okay.
it's in his to-do list.
Well, you know, I don't, if he's got the ladder and stuff, that's pretty far up there, but
But
either way it goes, it needs to be fixed, I guess what I'm saying, so.
he has already talked to the city. I think he's got a couple other talks to him, but bucket truck on one day before he comes in.
Excellent.
When he gets you.
Well, when I think of that building and I think of water, I get nervous, I tell you, so, you know.
But, you know, when we took the gutter out, and from to the outside of the building, it done a lot. I don't know who the engineer was on that project, but they didn't have it.
Yeah. Good deal. Thank you.
Thank you, Robbie. You talked to Kay, Larry?
Yeah, she was going out on had a dog bite complaint or something. I talked to her this afternoon, and she said everything's going well. And Andy's looked at the door, and I didn't know, was she supposed to check on electrical, or was you gonna see if you had somebody
I
to come
think she
out?
said she was going to get somebody to check it out. I'll
Okay.
ask her.
Oh, yeah, you might, or I'll call her, you can call her, but she might have thought that you were, and I don't know, that might have got lost in the shuffle. But everything's still working, it's just, she wanted a little bit checked out on the electrical.
Okay.
But everything else going good, she said.
That's all I care about.
Do you?
Thank you.
Old business, new business.
I wish you would.
Consider approval to hire Amy Bland for accounts receivable position.
Second.
Mr. Elder,
Yes.
Mr. Bass,
Yes.
Mr. Fisher,
Yes.
Mr. Wicker, Mr. Quinn.
Yes.
Unanimous.